Wow, that is interesting, and that's a lot of information
Yes.
from you.
Is it?
Now, let's talk about the effectiveness of communication, particularly in relation to public speaking. How does it contribute to employability, as in employment and career
Does.
advancement?
A lot. Like I said in the beginning, I'm sure, okay, I'm not sure, but I think, because if I were the owner or the manager, I would have interviewed you. So I think that you were interviewed before you got the role to host the show, the morning show. And I'm sure that you've gone through many other interviews for many other roles in your life. And that is one of the key things. For people who may not end up owning their own business, often they would have to be interviewed to get a job. And you see, the funny thing is, these days, employers are not interviewing in a regular come for an interview room. The first call that you get, that is the interview. That conversation. How do you know to speak so clearly your thoughts, express yourself, say the things that you need to say, so that even that first phone call qualifies you for the job? And that's how important public speaking or effective communication is to employability. So before you enter the job, you already need to use effective communication. You need to use public speaking even before you get into the job. Now, when you get into the job, you need public speaking to sustain the job, because you'll be interacting with colleague workers, you'll be interacting with your bosses or your superiors at work, you'll be interacting with people that come to the workspace, assuming you are, say, the front desk person. That is even more critical.
Yes.
But so here's an example. 2023, I got a phone call in January.
All right.
I didn't know who was calling, so the person called and said, "Am I speaking to Mawutor?" I said, "Yes." Then he said, "Okay, I got your number from this person, and it regards a job opportunity. If you are interested, let me know." So at that moment, I had to switch up and speak in such a way that this person will consider me good enough for the job, because this person is scouting. I'm not the only person he's calling. How do I make him call me back? Because he's saying he's going to call you back. So I asked, "What is the job about?" And he then tells me it's a digital marketing role. So I start talking about my experiences. Right? I did this, I did that, I worked here, and I think that at this stage in my life, one of the things I'm looking for is an opportunity to practice the things that I have learned and also learn more. So if you would call me back, I'll be really excited. But if you would be so busy, you may not be able to call me back. Can I save your number, and what time can I call you? That conversation got me the job. Wow. Right? When I entered the job, I needed to interact with colleague workers. I didn't know anybody there. So how to make friends, how to even solve conflict at the workplace. Somebody hurts you in the workplace, or somebody does something that hurts you or that makes you feel uncomfortable. There is a topic we teach in our training called emotional intelligence in public speaking. When you take that course, that topic, you're able to understand how to even approach people, how to even look in somebody's face and know whether they really understand what you're saying or they're just nodding because it's their job to nod. Because it's your job to be nodding. Because it's not your job to be interfering or interjecting what I'm saying. So you are nodding. How do I know the difference between the nod that is your job and the nod that is you understanding me? That is public speaking. That is effective communication. And you pick that from emotional intelligence, which is something that we teach, right? So getting the job, sustaining the job, starting your own business. If you have your own business, you have to pitch. And people think that you need like a regular pitch contest to go and pitch. You don't. Even today, as an MC, right, as a voiceover artist, when you go for an event and you meet somebody who is a potential client, how do you talk to the person, say at a cocktail table? You're having just a regular conversation. But how do you talk so that that person leaves knowing that, this girl is a voiceover artist, the next time I need voiceover, she's the one to contact? That is public speaking. That is effective communication. Because if I meet you, if we talk for more than 2 minutes, you're not leaving not knowing that I'm a public speaking coach, I'm a digital marketer, I'm a multimedia journalist. Even I just did that right now. I just marketed myself on your channel. That is public speaking. Somebody else would have said, "Let me talk about my business," and there you would say, no, you can't talk about your business here. I didn't talk about my business, but I ended up advertising myself. So public speaking and effective communication goes a long way to get you the job, to get you your business running, to sustain that job, and to even get you clients or get you business. It's so important. You cannot, there's nothing you can do without communicating. Even if you're typing on WhatsApp, in a WhatsApp group, how do you type so that the admin doesn't come and say, pull it down? How do you type? Because I've never typed and sent anything in any group that I was asked to pull it down, or that I was told you should have asked permission first. Because as a public speaker, I know that one of the things you can do to people is to massage their ego. So I'm going to have to DM you and talk to you first and tell you, look, this is something that I think the group members, I'm going to convince the leader. So when I convince the leader, when I post in the group, sometimes it is they who post in the group and then tag me. And then it's now more exciting because it's the group admin that has posted. I am part of a lot of groups on Facebook that I don't interact in, but I always share my flyers and my things in there. But before I do that, I'm going to have to contact the admin. Because when you respect somebody and you share your ideas and you're able to convince the leader of a group, people have group think. So when the leader of the group says, this is it, they all trust and they all follow. But if you go and post it, then the leader comes and says, why didn't you ask? Even those who are interested will not attempt to contact you because the leader has just said what you've done is illegal and nobody wants to be part of an illegal franchise. So all of that takes public speaking, takes effective communication. And you cannot just live your life thinking that, oh, I'm confident. Oh, I can speak. There's a difference between a talker and a speaker. When I was in primary school, I was a talkative. If you give me the whole show, I can talk. In fact, I want to do a speaker-a-thon. I lie. Right? If you wrote names of talkers in class and I wasn't part, you didn't write names of talkers in that class. In fact, I was so much a talkative that I was made class prefect for almost 6 years. Like from class 1 to class 6, I was automatic class prefect because I'll talk anyway. So the only way to keep me quiet is to put me in charge of those who talk. Okay, so that was talking. Nobody remembers the things I said in those days, right? But people remember the speeches I made in senior high school. People remember even some of the things I said in class when I was in senior high school, because then I switched from just talking to speaking because I started learning about public speaking, right?